Welcome. You have made your way to Networking with Santa. So we got Santa Papa John, our storyteller, and we're going to have an hour here, including a VIP panel discussion. Santa, take it away. We're ready for you.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Peter, say hello to Deb. Deb, say hello to Peter.
Hi,
He's a
Deb.
good friend of mine from Scotland.
Whoa.
He's
How
come to put his 3 cents worth in.
I'll bring a bit of insanity.
Well, that just joins the rest of us. And you got to say hello to Kurt, and now he leads the pack with the most insanity of all of us. So, you know. So you're there? Well, yeah, you get to play on boats.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, lots of boats.
How
He
fun
is
is that?
Big
He is
ones,
a boat
little
captain.
ones. So
Go ahead, Peter. Tell Deb what you do.
well, all of it.
Well, we don't want to be here for 4 hours, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, I do have something next hour, so just
All right. Okay. From Easter through to maybe the end of September, maybe a little bit later, I pilot boats through the Crinan Canal in Scotland.
oh wow.
So, which can be tricky because even during the summer we get 60-mile-an-hour winds, and if they're crosswinds, it makes it dangerous. Then I've been doing marketing for 44 years, so I have a super duper email marketing system that gets 100% in the inbox, gets some fantastic results for clients. I also have an AI business, AI consultancy business. I lecture at Dundee University on AI for business. I've got a gin business that I'm in the process of launching. I've got an artist business because I do a bit of artwork when I've got nothing better to do. 4 o'clock in the morning or whatever. Yeah, that's about it. I just love working, and I just love getting involved with other people's businesses and pushing them a bit further. So, and I do some charity stuff as well. So I've got a done for you, no cost fundraising system for charities as well. So that's about it, I think.
Goodness. What do you do in your spare time? I mean, you probably need another project or two, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't really.
A weird Canadian guy that pretends to be Santa Claus, and we have amazing conversations.
Well, I don't really have much spare time now because I just spend it getting involved in all these different things. Where before I was motor racing and I'd race horses and involved in all sorts of nutty things because I used to sponsor a lot of young racers as well. So I was at the track helping them, and but now I don't do any of that. I've moved up to Scotland. I live in the middle of nowhere, and yeah, it's nice and quiet. So I just get on and run different businesses. So
awesome. Well, it's nice that you can do it with virtually. So even there in the middle of nowhere, you can touch a lot of lives. It's awesome.
Well, that is true. Yeah. No one can escape. If they have their computer on, they can't escape.
There you go. Deb, tell them what you do.
Hey, well, I live in the middle of the United States in Kansas City, Missouri, and my main thing is, watching my grandchildren grow up and get married now. But anyway, when I have some free time in between that, I love to help families and small businesses connect with our monthly subscription with law firms in their area. We help keep them safe, help them make better decisions, which, when you have good advice on things that you don't understand, you make much better decisions. And we have identity protection, so that's a great way to also help protect them. But I help the families, but I also help small business owners. So
Mhm.
those are the things that I do. And my grandkids keep me really busy. But I actually like to have the nice quiet time in between. So
She
Sounds
finds these
good.
amazing pictures on Wednesdays, Peter, of old dilapidated windmills
Oh,
that are
right. Okay.
set in the wonderful prairies of Kansas, and I think there's even some in Nebraska. But it shows some of the unfortunate history of the United States on the way some of these windmills were built to sustain some of the lifestyle, 100 and 150 years ago, that
Mhm.
they're still, two or three blades short, but they still spin. And I don't know what they do, but, creak and groan and moan. But she finds these amazing pictures that I thoroughly enjoy.
I mean, were they originally built for milling flour?
No, these are the smaller ones that would be maybe pumping water
Oh, I
from
see. Okay. Yeah.
wells.
Mhm.
yeah, they're out in the prairies here in the US. We have a lot of wind. So um, maybe we don't typically have it up to 60 miles an hour like you were mentioning, but yeah, the wind here in Kansas, in Missouri and Kansas, 40-mile an hour is kind of a normal thing.
Mhm.
And so, um, and a lot of the water is down pretty deep, so they can have that windmill pull it up and um, save a lot of work. And back in the day, 150 years ago or so, a lot of families would use it kind of as your lighthouse, a good way to know this is my way to get back home instead
Mhm.
of going to somebody else's house. So
Right. Okay.
yeah,
But yeah, you've been doing that. I've noticed that you've been doing that for a little while, Deb, and she calls it Windmill Wednesday. I think is Windmill Wednesday. Is that what it
yep,
is?
that's what I call it. Uh-huh.
And
Helps me remember what day it is of the week because there are many times that I'm like, I have no idea what day today is. And
this
a
is
couple weeks ago on a Monday, we had a really crazy Wednesday. So it was the Mondayest Wednesday I'd ever seen. So I uh, I posted that after the windmills, but I'm like, wow, this is a crazy day. Technology wise, it was wonky and all kinds of other ways. So
Mhm.
well, Deb's had a tough go here for the last couple months. She lost her husband here a couple months ago now, wasn't it, Deb? And
yeah, yeah,
you
No,
two
I'm
know,
months.
sorry
and
to hear that.
she's doing very well, and they were
Thank you.
only married a few years, Peter. I think it was 61, if I
Oh,
remember right.
No, not quite. Only 54,
Oh,
but
well,
no.
sorry, close enough.
I mean, that's a bit of a record these days, isn't it?
it is. Yeah.
It's very unusual, if I can say. Yeah, so a great accomplishment, and unfortunately, the good thing is he's not suffering anymore. He had some health issues, and he had to go to the hospital quite often to get dialysis, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, actually, was doing dialysis 3 times a week. Fortunately, didn't have to always go to the hospital, but sometimes from dialysis, he'd end up in the hospital. So, yeah, he was in a lot of pain and misery. So,
Mhm.
his, I'm glad that he's not having to do that anymore, but definitely miss his presence here.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's a
So
big
now
hole.
she's got a few grandchildren, not quite as many as me, but she's got a few more ages on me, but that's okay. Nobody's counting ages, and nobody's counting grandchildren. But I don't like to rub it in that I've been blessed, and sometimes it's not a blessing, but but
Yes.
yes, we have fun telling stories about grandchildren.
Well, I had some grandchildren bring me flowers over the weekend, so right now they're really, really good and in my definitely keeping them in my will. So
There you
yeah,
go. That's good. Hey, You know, Deb, we're at a heat wave. We were at 49 degrees earlier on, and we're down to 44. So that's pretty crazy for February in Minnesota. And then, of course, by Wednesday, they're going to say we're going to get anywhere from 6 to 10 inches of snow.
Oh, how fun. Well, I'm glad I'm not in Minnesota. It's 66 here today, and tomorrow we're supposed to be in the 70s. So, sorry, Peter, I don't know what Celsius that is, but
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're gonna be 28 tonight.
okay, 28 Celsius. So
chilly.
that'll mean pretty warm.
No,
Yeah.
Fahrenheit.
Oh,
In
Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, not warm.
As
Sorry.
he explained to me earlier on, Deb, he's old school, so he can do both like I can.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm old school and I can't do both. That was not something I learned in school. So I fight against it a lot, but I'm really sorry because 28 is not a good temperature for me at all. So
No, it's a little bit chilly here, but no, I mean, I'm so old that I can actually do Egyptian mathematics as well.
whoa, okay, goodness.
Does it notice?
But
Yeah, I'm
he's,
taking the
you know,
bandages off.
yeah, the bandages are off. They keep the brain cells intact.
But no, I mean, I can even do the old pound, shilling, and pence,
Whoa.
which very few people can do now. So, but then one of the things is when you go to auction to buy horses, you buy them in guineas and not pounds.
Oh,
And a guinea, like a pound, is effective. Well, in old money, it was 20 shillings, and a guinea was 21 shillings. So nowadays, a guinea is £1 and 5 pence.
Why did they ever create that a guinea when they had pounds for many, 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 many years?
That's a good question that I don't know the answer to because I've never
Well,
looked into
what's
that.
with you? You're British. You're supposed to know this stuff.
Oh, yeah. I'm just thinking.
Because haven't they had the pound for like 1,500 years or something?
I don't know. I don't know. No, I don't think. Don't think it's that long. I'm trying to think. What's the oldest coin I've seen? Ooh, don't know. You've stumped me now.
Oh,
oh,
so you got some homework to do, buddy.
Well, I mean, I know that one of the old Celtic coins is a slatin,
whoa.
and I only know that because of the book that I'm going to publish shortly. So,
Well, when they go back to
Whoa. AI
1200,
said,
1400 AD, when all the British lords were collecting their taxes, they were collecting in coins, were they not, at even going back that far?
well, I mean, they might have been collecting in groats. So,
In what?
whoa. Well, according to Google, it says the British pound has been the world's oldest currency and it spans 1,200 years, tracing it back to Anglo-Saxon England at 775 CE.
Wow, so I was pretty close when I said 1,500. I was only guessing.
I was thinking that you were way off, but I mean, what do I know?
Yeah.
I'm American.
Yeah.
I don't know about those kind of things. So,
well, I think notes came in just before Queen Victoria when they were standardized. So, but you see, we have weird stuff here. So we have English pound notes and we have Scottish pound notes, and you can spend them in either country. But if you go to well, you don't have pound notes anymore actually. So £5, £10, etc. But if you go to Jersey, they have pound notes there and £5 notes, etc. But you can't spend them in the UK. You can't spend them in England or Wales. So because Jersey and the Channel Islands are not part of the UK.
Where's Jersey?
Well, it's Jersey and Guernsey. The Channel Islands are sort of down towards France across the English Channel.
Okay.
They're like a bailiwick, but they're sort of part. They're protected by the UK. Well, they're part of Great Britain, but not part of the UK. So, but
Interesting.
so yeah, they
Really?
were occupied by the Germans during the Second World War.
Oh dear.
So
You even got a history lesson today, Deb.
Really? Yes, my ancestors came from Scotland.
oh right, whereabouts?
I don't know. I'm told that there's a Skene castle, which was my ancestors, that's in ruin. Castle and a village, but the castle is in ruin. So
Right.
I don't actually know where that is. And when my son travels for the Air Force, he stops in there in Scotland occasionally, and he's like, "Where do I go? Where do I go?" And I'm like, "I have no idea." So,
So it's Skene Castle, is it?
yes.
That rings a bell. I've seen it somewhere. I've gone past it.
Wow. Well, when you find it, let me know.
Yeah, okay.
I actually had an uncle and a great uncle and aunt went and explored there many years ago. So, I mean, I guess I should know it actually exists, but it was in pretty much ruin back then. So I'm sure by now it's really not in good shape. So,
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, well, a huge number of ruined castles. So, I'm just trying to, yeah. See, I'm on the west coast, so I'm sort of like in the middle of nowhere, really. So,
well, right in the middle of nowhere always sounds good to me personally. So. I like those
Sometimes.
quiet, yeah, I like those quiet places where, especially nowadays where it's the internet, I can go wherever I want
exactly.
to, and I like that. So, but I don't have to put up with whatever, the noisy neighbors or the crazy something else. Anyway, so.
Well, I mean, I've got a lock on one side of the house, and I've got the canal on the other. So I'm stuck between water.
Wow. Sounds.
So are you technically on an island or are you on
Well, no. The postal service like to call it an island because that means that it takes an extra day to deliver everything.
But that's normal, isn't it?
Well, it takes a day longer than for someone to send post to Glasgow. So, but no, I'm not actually on an island as such. But but there isn't a lot around here. So we've only got about 3 or 4 shops, and that's about it. So, and then the worst thing is that the nearest bank, which is 5 miles away, is closing in 4 months' time, and then my nearest bank is going to be 43 miles away.
Oh wow!
So that doesn't make me too happy.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh well, with all your money, you only need to do it once a week anyway.
Well, no, I just dig it up in the garden if I need it.
Wow, that's true.
No, don't laugh. That's when with one of my businesses, it was Cash Rich, and I used to I used to have to bury it in the garden, and I had like, so on the drainage that you have manholes where you can get access all of the drainage pipes. I had to put in a new manhole just for one downpipe. So what I did was I actually put in a secondary pipe going in, but that's where I used to store my cash. And I used to put, and I had a water butt, which was a false water butt as well, because I had 4 water butts around the house. So I had a false one, which where the down pipe was blocked off, so it couldn't put any water in. I used to keep money in that as well.
Well,
Nobody in the house; it's all outside.
I could ask some serious questions here, but we'll keep it clean.
Well, the thing is, if someone breaks in, they're not going to look outside for the money, are they?
No, they'll look at the typical spots, and the freezer and the fridge, and the dressers and that, and they wouldn't think of thinking outside, and especially in the
Go
garden.
down the manhole.
Yeah, yeah, unbelievable, unbelievable.
very.
So I network with Peter with a couple different networking groups, and we've created a wonderful friendship that we exchange some crazy ideas and build up some crazy ideas, and hopefully we're going to make something good out of them.
Oh, we've got something good coming. We have.
Wow.
Of course we do.
That sounds pretty good. I mean, it's always nice to have crazy ideas passed around and have somebody else listening to your crazy ideas, because occasionally out of those crazy ideas comes something amazing. So I'm waiting to see those amazing results.
Well, you might see something really crazy later on in the year.
Okay.
There's one thing stopping me, and it's such a ridiculous thing that I can't get hold of. Everything else is done. All the crazy stuff is done. The simple thing I can't get, because I can't find anyone to supply it.
And then, of course, Deb, you've heard this many times before. Well, I'm going to New York City. How close are you to New York City? Not realizing how big this actual country is, because you can go anywhere in Scotland, in 12 hours.
Yeah.
And, cover the whole continent, whereas 12 hours for us, barely gets us into the next state sometimes, depending on which state you are. Like Montana takes you, if I remember right, North Dakota takes you 12 hours to drive across,
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say 12 hours isn't going to get you very close to New York or me. So
no.
Now you've got to be at least 24 hours away, haven't you?
Oh, more than that. To drive to New York City is probably 3 days.
3 days.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a long enough flight. It's thinking about how long it takes to fly. Yeah, it's going to be 3 days.
I know I've gone from Minnesota to Seattle, and that's 3 days driving.
Yeah.
So we're pretty well dead center of the country. So 3 days one way and 3 days the other way to drive. Can you imagine those poor suckers, 200 years or 150 years ago, Deb, and the horses that, they would be lucky to go 20 miles in a day, I think, or 25 miles in a day.
Yeah.
Actually, it's probably quicker for me to come across the Atlantic by ship from Southampton to New York than it is to go from the top to the bottom of the US.
Yeah.
By car.
Yeah.
Well, they do have that one ship service that goes from Minneapolis to New Orleans down the Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's a 7-day cruise.
That would be kind of fun, though.
Oh,
yeah,
it'd be
I wouldn't mind doing
amazing.
that.
We've looked at it, and it's, they want $14,000 a ticket, but it would be amazing because they stop along all the different places and tell you the history, and then you get to spend a little bit of time at some of the bigger places. So yeah, we've looked at that one.
I mean, is it a proper riverboat or is it?
Yes.
Ship?
Yeah. It's a big one. It's based on the old proverbial paddle wheel ideas, but it's a diesel ship that, I think 300 or 400 people sleep on this thing.
Yeah, because we've got one that comes into here twice a year called the
Yep.
Waverley, and that's a paddle steamer, quite big,
Yeah.
quite hard to maneuver as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I've looked at like doing the railroad across the United States. They kind of do the same thing. Obviously, we don't have a river that goes east and west or whatever, but you can get on at one spot and get off, I think, multiple times and visit areas, which sounds pretty interesting to me, and get a lot of traveling in, and you didn't actually have to do the driving. You
Yeah.
could actually just look and enjoy. So,
yeah, I did
But-
that in Italy.
oh, wow, that'd be
Went
cool.
from the top to the bottom. So
Yeah, but that only takes you how many hours? To go across the United States is going to take you, 8 days.
well, no, I was stopping and getting off and staying a couple of days and jumping back on another train. So
Wow, that'd
I
be
think I
cool.
spent.
Because I
it
looked
must
last
be 2
night,
weeks.
because I watched part of the Olympics, and I said, how far from Munich, Germany to Milan, Italy?
Mm.
430 miles, Deb.
All right.
Oh,
Not even Minneapolis to Kansas City is 500.
okay. I was gonna say from here to home in northern Wisconsin is 700. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that takes us 10 hours of driving. So
Yeah.
Well, I
I
used
remember picking up some fishermen in Winnipeg, and they were going to a tourist camp in Kenora. And just outside of Winnipeg, there is Miss Sue is going to join us.
whoa, nice. Maybe
I
not.
think. Anyway, these German fishermen, they're just outside of Winnipeg. There is a great big tourist attraction plaque that says the center of Canada. And, there's great big billboards and blah, blah, blah. And so these German fishermen are going, well, how long is it a drive to get to the tourist camp where we're going? And I said, well, you're probably looking at close to 3 hours. And they went, we could get all the way across Germany in less than 3 hours. And how far is it across Canada to drive? Well, when I tell them that it's, 4,800 miles, that it would take you, I think
Days.
it's like 9 or 10 days to drive across if you were driving steady nonstop.
Well,
Well, I
Long-
used to drive from London, just about London, to Belgium, load up and come back and get back in 12 hours.
whoa.
So
And you're talking actually in a vehicle
in a
or in your
vehicle,
boat?
yeah, in a vehicle. So I used to go down to Dover, go through the tunnel, the Channel Tunnel, drive
Mm.
through France, go into Belgium, probably halfway into Belgium, pick up the stuff, come back, and I do it in about 12 hours. But I
Wow.
used to have to leave at 3 o'clock in the morning to do that. So
Mm.
to miss
How
the
long
traffic.
does it take you to get through the tunnel?
25, 30 minutes but you get loaded onto a train. You have to drive onto a train.
Right?
And
Yeah,
they
I just heard that one about 6 months ago. I'm going, well, don't you drive through the tunnel? No, you have to load onto a train. Your
Yeah.
car is loaded onto the train, and then the train takes you and your vehicle across.
Yeah, you just sit in the car while the train takes the strain.
Oh, you sit in the car.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds
And it's
interesting.
a double decker as well. So you're either upstairs or downstairs. So
Well,
It's
And
quite-
it would be warm enough year round so you don't have to run your vehicle.
yeah, well that helps as well. So you're not using fuel to go through. But it's not cheap. I don't know how much it is now, but yeah, it wasn't bad. And it's better than going on a ferry.
Yeah.
because ferry takes too long.
Mm.
You just have to remember that when you leave the UK, you're driving on the right, and once you come off the other side, you have to drive on the left.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know. So is Britain the only country in Europe that you drive on the left?
No, we drive on the right. No, hold
drive on the right.
No,
No, you drive on
we
the
drive
left.
on the left. So, but I'm saying the steering wheel's on the right. That's so I'm getting. Yeah, so you have to drive on the right in Europe. So,
Whoa.
which
That
is
must make-
interesting. It's
Must
interesting.
make for some interesting travels on the roads when the steering wheel's on the wrong side and you're driving on the wrong on the right side of the road.
Well, it didn't worry me too much, but on the way to Belgium, when you're just about to come out to France, well, the thing is that on the route I was taking, you had like a fork, but the problem was coming into this fork in the road. The one fork to Belgium, the other you went further up to northern France, and I think there was 16 lanes. So if I got in the wrong lane, it was very hard to swap lanes because I don't know where to look. But I drove all around Spain on the wrong, driving on with the wheel on the wrong side, and
Wow.
I had no problems at all. So
how often do the trains run on the tunnel?
every hour, probably.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Well-
maybe even more than that. I mean, I don't know. It's so long since I've been. It's over 10 years since I've been. So, but
Well-
Very interesting.
Yeah. Here in Kansas City, we have enough crazy people driving on the wrong side of the road. And we don't even have the issue of, going from one country where it's on one side and you're driving on the other side. But people well, it might help that they're maybe drunk in the middle of the night.
Oh,
That
right.
might be some of the problem. But anyway, we do have those kind of issues, and it can be quite serious at times.
Yeah.
So.
no,
Not that ever happens in Europe, right?
Just yeah, yeah. Plenty of people don't know which side of the road they should be driving.
Yeah.
Well, no, I've seen people go up to roundabouts. I've seen someone go up to a roundabout and basically cross over to the wrong side of the road to go round the round. Well, I mean, it's so unbelievable. You're just going, how are they in a car? How are they still alive? And but I nearly moved somewhere where there were no cars. So I nearly moved to a place called Sark, which is near Jersey. It's a little island, 600 people there, and no cars. They've got 2 tractors, few people with horses, and everyone just walks and cycles. And you can walk from one end of the island to the other in about 40 minutes. So
there you go.
I still might end up there. So
And miss all the excitement that you get to see now?
what excitement.
I don't know.
During the winter, the only thing I can guarantee is it's going to be pretty chilly. It's going to rain every day. And if I go out for a walk, the odds are that probably 1 in 5 times I won't see anybody. And if I was to go out for a walk at 7 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, I could walk around the whole village and not see anybody. Because
Really?
no one seems to surface before 10 o'clock.
Oh,
I mean, even in the town up the road, Loch Gilpin, which has got about 5,000 people, like a lot of the places don't even open till 10 o'clock in the morning.
really?
Yeah, it's unreal.
So obviously church doesn't start till either 10 or 11.
Well, I'm talking about during the week sometimes.
Mm.
Some of
Yeah.
the places don't even open till 10. It's no one's about, so we won't open till 10, which means no one goes about because what's the point? Because everything's closed. So I mean, it's one of those things. So if the shops started opening later, then it wouldn't make any difference because no one would go out till later. It's the way people run their business, like the fish and chip shop. So this is supposed to be touristy in the summer. When do you
Yeah.
think they take their holidays?
Well, you'd think they would take it now, January, February, because, tourist season is their busy time and where they make their money.
August.
Do you, knock on their door and say brain dead and, you don't understand the concept of business?
Well, the fun thing I never realized because I never used them anyway. But I was going past and I saw this note up that they were closed for 2 weeks, and I said to someone, "I can't believe they're closed." They went, "They do it every year."
Whoa. Yeah,
And I
that would
just-
seem like the height of their busy season. So
exactly.
it's like
Yeah.
Santa going on vacation in December.
Yeah.
I mean, no one goes out in January. I mean, it's just you
So what's your big tourist attraction in your little village, Peter?
in my little village. Well, the big tourist attraction is it's the entrance to the Crinan Canal. That is the only thing. Well, there is something else, but nobody knows it's here unless they see it. So, right in the middle of Scotland, near Edinburgh, near Edinburgh, I would say, there's two big sculptures of kelpies, which are like giant horses.
Right?
And they're all metal work and they're all small pieces of metal. Look them up. The Scottish kelpies. There's two of them. So someone decided that the sculpture should make some miniature ones and that they would take them on a tour around Scotland. So the tour was supposed to start at Ardrishig, where I live. So they basically dumped them in Pier Square, near the outside the canal offices, and they've been there ever since for years.
Really?
Nobody knows that they're there, so they don't.
Well, no one comes to see them. I mean, unless you actually see them, and they're not. They're sort of like, because the square sits back and it's like more of a car park than anything else. You could easily drive past and not see them.
Oh,
because they're
wow.
not particularly prominent. I'll take it. I'll tell you what. I'll take a picture.
I just pulled them up online.
The big ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, imagine two small ones that are probably only 10 foot high.
Really?
And we've got two of those.
Huh.
I mean, I keep thinking, oh, maybe maybe I should just go and take them because no one owned. They were just dumped there.
Really?
Stick them in the
And
garden.
how many years ago were they put there?
Oh, a long time ago. A long time. 7 or 8 years, maybe even longer.
Oh, I thought maybe you're talking 100 years ago.
No. Well, I think the kelpies were only done 10 or 12 years ago, I think.
Oh, okay.
I don't. It's hard to remember. Time goes so quick. I can't remember when things like that are done. I wasn't living in Scotland when they were done, so.
Ah.
I mean, the only time I'd been to Scotland before I moved here was I drove all the way up to Musselburgh, which is just near Edinburgh, watched my horse run, and then got back in the car and went straight back home. And that was the only
Jeez.
time I'd been to Scotland.
Interesting.
So what'd you do? Take a dart and throw it in the map and say, yeah, I'll move to that little place?
Well, not exactly, but it was just the way things went. So It was, yeah, it was partly what can I do? Where can I go where it's quiet, but there's actually something I can do. So came up here, and within a year of being up here, I'd set up the piloting business, and within another 2 years, I had 90% of all the business.
Whoa.
Wow.
So are you like right on the coast so that the piloting business is easy, or are you a distance away from where you need to go to pilot?
Oh no, I'm right. The boats either come in and I pick them up as they come into the canal here, or I pick them up about 8 miles away at the other end. I mean, sometimes I pick them up probably another 30 miles away and then bring them through some of the tough places. So there's a spot called the Doris Moor, and if you get the timing wrong or you don't understand how it works, you can end up going backwards because the tide's that strong.
Wow.
So you have to time the tides and make sure the wind's not against you, because if you're going into a headwind, the tide can be up to 10 knots. And lots of people are scared to do it on their own. I've taken some very, very experienced sailors through there who've decided they didn't want to do it by themselves. So it's tricky, but I mean, not many people end up damaging their boats through there, but it's one of those things where people are scared. And we've got the third biggest whirlpool in the world as well nearby, called the Corryvreckan, and that's quite challenging.
Right.
So I try not to go too near that. But no, I mean, you do.
What causes that?
Okay, well, that's a good question, because the historical theory of what causes it apparently is not true. So,
okay then.
Well, it's supposed to be because of the way the rocks are, and the tide hitting the rocks causes the whirlpool. But I read someone did some seismic stuff, and they said that no, that can't be the case. So I have no idea what causes it.
So Peter, did you know how to go through the channel and all of this traveling before you actually moved to Scotland or to your area, or did you learn it after you got there?
Well, I'd been on a few canals, but this is different to the normal canals. I did a year's worth of sailing out in the Caribbean because I lived in Trinidad for a year. So, it's all about being able to work out the logistics, understand boat safety, and being able to judge distances, and it's all about being alert and just being confident and work. It's so logical, but the problem is most people that sail are just useless, to be honest. Well, no, it's really scary. The problem is I had someone, so there's a marina probably 20 miles away from the entrance to the Crinan end of the canal. So they phoned me up and said, can we book you to take us from Ardfern? I said, yeah, no problem. So I turn up there, find out they'd never sailed before. They just bought the boat. And, so, I mean, I'll tell you how stupid some people are. So a boat came up to Ardrishig up the loch, and instead of stopping, decided they go all the way up to the end of the sea loch, right up to Loch Gilphead. Now, if they'd have had charts, proper maritime charts, they would have known that basically they were going to hit the bottom. But no, they were sailing using Google Maps.
Oh, awesome.
So they got halfway up and then made a big hole in their boat. I mean,
And then they quickly learned how to bail.
but it's just that's how stupid half the people that go through the canal should not be on boats. They're that bad. And
Yeah.
I tear my
Yeah.
hair out. You know, they don't know the difference between port and starboard. You know, it's like they don't
Isn't
even
that the
know
front
how
and the
to.
back?
Pardon?
Isn't that the front and the back?
No, that's the bow and the stern. But they don't even know how to tie a knot. It's just, I mean, oh, I'll tell you, I despair some days. It's, yeah.
Wow. Yes. Well, I don't know the bow and all that. I mean, I guess I do know where the bow is, but all those other terms and how to tie those knots, I don't know. But then, hey, I'm a land person, and
Yeah.
there is a river close to me, but that's about as much as I know about
Mhm.
water things. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
oceans are super far away.
Well, I nearly went from France to the bottom of South America on a trip.
Really?
Yeah. Unfortunately, so Fred contacted me, and I'd met him the year before when I took him through the canal twice. And he phoned me up and said, do you want to go on this trip? And I went, oh, you're 2 weeks too late. I'd already got 4 bookings for the canal. And there isn't really anyone I can pass them on to that I trust. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's but no, that would have been a trip and a half, because most French sailors are rubbish, but they're either really excellent or they're total rubbish.
And
So,
how long would that have taken you?
well, to go from France to Patagonia would have probably been 2.5 months.
Whoa.
So it would have probably ended up being 6-month round trip, which would have been the whole of the season on the canal.
Right. And what size of boat was this guy talking?
42 foot. So not really tiny, but not that big for going across the Atlantic.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it would have been okay. He'd have had me on board. So,
Yeah.
And so
I
was Fred a
I
good?
tend to be lucky and not sink on ships, so boats.
That's good. Was Fred a good sea captain, navigator, whatever he needed to be, or was he one of those
Oh
typical?
no, he's excellent. I mean, if he hadn't have been excellent, I wouldn't have been so upset.
Oh.
But no, he was one of the few people I would have sailed with across there. I mean, there's probably only 2, 3. There's probably only 4 people that I've piloted that I'd probably go across the Atlantic with.
Wow.
Now, when you're doing something like that, do you stay close enough that you can see shore in the horizon, or are you out in the middle of nowhere?
See anything for for probably 6 weeks.
That you don't see anything?
No, not unless
Well-
we decide to stop on a little island somewhere and we don't miss it.
Right.
It's-
Whoa.
but
That would
that doesn't worry me particularly.
Hmm.
You know, I mean, when you go across on the Queen Mary from Southampton to New York, you don't see anything.
No.
So-
But you were saying to go from France to the South
Yeah.
Africa or South America?
South America, Patagonia.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
So
Oh, I was thinking South America, so you're going all the way along the coast.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, we'd be going just straight across. We wouldn't be doing much coastal until we
Yeah.
got there, and then we'd go up the other side a little bit. So, but on the
Wow.
Pacific side. So,
There
Well,
you
guys,
go.
this has been super exciting, and I'm glad to have been here, but I need to hop off and get ready for my own meeting. So,
Okay.
Peter,
Well,
it's
good
Well,
to
been
meet
thanks,
you.
Deb.
awesome. It's been awesome
Appreciate it.
talking to you. Yes, Santa, it's always good to see you. Appreciate you doing this. But Peter, it's been awesome to chat, and stay safe and enjoy your peace and quiet.
Yeah, well, I've got 8 minutes till I turn into a pumpkin. So,
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think I want to see that, so I'm going to just hop off now.
no, well, that's why
There
I'm
you
wearing
go.
the orange.
He's already wearing the orange.
Yeah.
So thanks,
Okay.
Deb. We'll talk
Take
to you
care.
again soon.
Cheers, Deb. Bye. Bye. Oh, dear.
She's a sweetheart.
Yeah. Yeah. Sad about her husband being married for that long.
Yeah. Yeah. But I guess the last couple of years were a little rough.
Yeah. Well, they would be. I know someone that's on dialysis 3 days a week.
Yeah, well, he was up to, but when he passed away, he was up to 3 days a week.
Yeah, it's not good at all.
No,
So,
no, no.
but,
So you had a productive day then?
yeah, I think I have.
Good.
It's like-
Good.
I'm still full of beans.
Uh-oh.
Oh no,
I
it's
need to give
terrible.
you one of my melatonin or what? My wife says, "So did you get some sleep?" And I said, "Well, I went to sleep at 3." She said, "Well, that's better than 4 or 4:30." And I went, "Yeah." But I was up at 8 this morning
Yeah.
because I was anticipating going to a meeting at 9. And we changed that. We combined it to the afternoon meeting. I'm going, oh, I could have slept another hour.
My problem is I wake up before it's light. So the nights are getting shorter now.
They are.
Where it was dark at 8:30 in the morning, it's now light about 6:30.
Yeah.
So I'll be awake no matter what time I go to bed. I'll be awake by 7:00.
And we got still a little bit of light now, and it's almost 6:00, whereas a month ago it was dark at 4:30.
Well, here we would get it's dark. It was getting dark at 3:30 on the shortest days.
3:30.
Yes, and
Wow.
then in the morning it was. Yeah, I think sunrise was about probably 8:30 in the morning.
Holy
Maybe even
moly.
slightly later. So really short, like 7-hour days.
So I guess I gotta look on the map and see in comparison of latitude how far north you actually are. It's been a while since I've compared it.
No, I wouldn't know offhand.
Yeah.
So, but no, in the summer you have longer days. So
yeah,
swings and roundabouts.
Yeah. It in the summertime it can be light up until almost 10, maybe 10:30 at night.
Yes.
Yeah. So
and be light at 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So
I crawl
all right,
out of
fella.
bed.
Well, I will let you go so you can get some sleep.
Yeah, I better get some sleep, I suppose.
I'm going to go upstairs and have a little bit of supper and then come back down and work on my computer for a little bit longer tonight. And I didn't get any emails back today, so I'm going to have to.
Well, the thing is, all you just keep sending them out because eventually the problem.
Yeah.
See, the crazy thing is, so when I sent out the 230 emails to the charities, within a week I had 66 replies, 65, 66 replies. But and then it's sort of, I got a few the next week. And then, I got one today, which was a response from the 17th of, it's a whole month, 17th of January.
Month.
So you never know how long it's going to take someone to reply.
Well, as I do more investigating, I'm finding that there is literally thousands of names I can be sending them to.
Yeah.
So And like I say, Mary's going to introduce me to a gentleman that him and his wife run 38 group homes.
Yeah.
So how many, when you look up names, until you actually do some investigating, you never know if they're 1, 2, 5,
Exactly.
10, 15, 50, 100. I don't know,
Yeah.
And unfortunately, society has made it that it's so difficult to look after your own children when they're special needs
Yeah.
that parents do for so long, and then they just got no energy and no time if they want to keep their head above the water to survive financially,
Yeah.
that they need to put them in a home just to have some kind of sanity, which is, kind of sad and kind of unfortunate, but
Yeah. Yeah. It's
you
not
know,
good at all.
so all right, young fella, we will
Okay.
chat again.
Yep. So
Did you get the cookbook?
no, no, I didn't.
Well, I think you got to click on the button to actually download it.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, I don't, I'll have to have another look. I don't,
Okay.
I thought I had, but I
All right.
ended up
Well,
with
let me
nothing.
know and I'll figure out how, because I thought when you put the code in, it would give you the buttons for you to tap so you could download.
Well,
It's
I thought it said that I'd got through and everything, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. But okay, I'll make a note to have a look at that.
okay, Brett. All right, Matt.
So I'm gonna go and I need to go through my emails for Friday and Saturday to look for Zach as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's another job to do.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, my days are so packed trying to fit everything in. It's so difficult.
yeah. And then trying to get some networking in and then trying to get meetings set up. And
Yeah. So I mean, fortunately, this week's a little bit quieter. So this is the first week where I've actually had, well, potentially some spare time, because normally I'm just so piled up with meetings that it's very hard to fit anything else in.
Yeah.
So, well, between 9 and 6 anyway.
Right.
But after that, then I've got quite a bit of flexibility. So, but
Yes, sir. All right, buddy.
right, I'm gonna
Catch up
go
with you
because
later.
it's pumpkin time.
Yep. Get some rest.
Yeah. Oh,
Cheers.
I've got a joke for Friday lined up.
Good. Good.
I'll tell you what, I used to know so many jokes, I can't think of them anymore.
No, if you don't say them, they tend to get pushed out of the memory banks.
I know. Awful, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
but there we go. Anyway, have a great rest of the day. Enjoy your supper.
Thanks, buddy. Talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye.